Leroy, I'd like to tell you one more thing. And you can go if you want to. About 100 years ago, Leroy, a lot of Irish people came to this country. Most all of them were Catholics. They had left Ireland because of a potato famine. Some of them stayed in New York, some of them went on to Philadelphia or Boston or somewhere else. One of them had been a farmer. He worked when he could and where he could. The new railroads needed men, and he worked there. He liked it. He worked hard. He started saving something for a farm. He liked America. He liked the Constitution. It sounded good to him. It made sense. But he found out something about it one day. He found out that it didn't always apply to an Irishman who was a Catholic. He found out the Irish Catholics in America were really just a bunch of filthy, dirty micks. Dirty papists, scheming against Native Americans, depriving us of our jobs and infecting our children with foreign idolatry, hanging our flags in their windows but secretly worshiping their Pope in their parlors, smiling in our faces but plotting behind our backs with their fat, licentious priests. Well, one day an angry mob converged in front of a church. A priest came out to talk to them, holding up his hand. The mob attacked the priest. The man dove into the scene to help him. One or two other men came to his aid, managing in the midst of the furious fighting to get the priest back inside a store. That night, on the way home from work, he stopped for a beer. When he left the bar, two men followed him carrying empty whiskey bottles. They didn't mean to kill him. They were just going to rough him up a little. They didn't start out to kill. They just started out hating, the way Monty started out. But 20 minutes later, my grandfather was dead. That's history, Leroy. They don't teach it in schools, but it's real American history just the same. Thomas Finlay was killed in 1848 just because he was an Irishman and a Catholic. It happened many times. Maybe that's hard to believe too, Leroy, but it's true. And last night, Joseph Samuels was killed just because he was a Jew. Do you see any difference, Leroy? Any difference at all? Hating is always the same, always senseless. One day it kills Irish Catholics, the next day Jews, the next day Protestants, the next day Quakers. It's hard to stop. It can even end up killing men who wear striped neckties or people from Tennessee.